The Atlantic, 1942, a graveyard. For Allied shipping, every crossing, a roll of the dice. German U-boats, unseen predators, hunted in packs through the freezing darkness. Torpedoes, fire, sunken hulls. Winston Churchill himself, Prime Minister of a besieged nation, confessed the U-boat menace was the only thing that truly terrified him. A vast mid-Atlantic gap stretched beyond air cover. No escape. It was an existential crisis. The war screamed for a miracle. Thousands of tons of vital supplies vanished, Britain choking, the Western Front starved. Desperate times demand radical measures. Enter Jeffrey Pike, an eccentric, brilliant British inventor. His vision? Not steel, not aluminum, but ice. A colossal, unsinkable aircraft carrier, a floating fortress, a secret weapon to finally close that deadly gap. His proposal for this engineering marvel was audacious, almost unbelievable. He envisioned a ship unlike any ever conceived. 600 meters long, 91 meters wide, displacing a staggering 2.2 million tons, dwarfing any modern supercarrier. Designed to carry up to 150 twin-engined bombers and fighters, a colossal mobile airfield to hunt the U-boat. But pure ice, they knew. It shattered, it sagged, a fatal flaw. Then came the breakthrough. Scientist Max Perutz, working in chilling secrecy beneath London's Smithfield meat market, amidst hanging carcasses and whispered experiments, refined the material. Pykrete, a revolutionary composite, 14% wood pulp, 86% ice. Not merely reinforced ice, 4 times stronger than pure ice, twice as tough as concrete, highly resistant to shattering, a true wartime innovation. Lord Mountbatten, Chief of Combined Operations, understood the urgency. At the Quebec Conference in August 1943, before Allied leaders, including a skeptical Churchill, he pulled a pistol. He fired at a block of regular ice. It exploded, shards flying. Then he aimed at Pykrete. The bullet ricocheted. It reportedly grazed U.S. Admiral Ernest J. King's leg. Silence. Then awe. Churchill was convinced. Action this day, he commanded. Operation Habakkuk was born, a top-secret Allied project. Canada, with its vast wilderness and cold climate, became the clandestine testing ground. On Patricia Lake in the remote Canadian Rockies, a 150-scale prototype began construction, 1,000 tons, built in absolute secrecy by 15 men, including conscientious objectors, who had no idea they were forging a piece of military history. This wasn't just naval warfare. This was engineering pushed beyond imagination, a bizarre experiment, a massive floating ice island taking shape. But the full-scale dream, Habakkuk 2, was a titan of logistics. Its 12-meter-thick Pykrete hull required a monumental internal refrigeration system, 26 external electric motors to push its bulk. Resource demand spiraled, 300,000 tons of wood pulp, 10,000 tons of steel for its cooling plant, turbines, and machinery. Costs exploded. Initial estimates of £700,000 ballooned to 10 million British pounds. An engineering marvel, yes, but at an almost unbearable price. As these bizarre experiments continued, the very nature of World War II's naval warfare shifted. Allied projects accelerated elsewhere. Longer-range patrol aircraft were developed. The use of more escort carriers expanded dramatically. And critically, permission was granted to use airfields in the Azores, finally closing that devastating Atlantic gap. The U-boat threat, while still formidable, was now being countered by more conventional, practical means. The colossal ice aircraft carrier, once an urgent, desperate secret weapon, became less essential. By late 1943, early 1944, the unthinkable happened. Operation Habakkuk, this incredible Arctic operation, was officially canceled. The prototype on Patricia Lake was abandoned. A bizarre experiment left to melt. It endured over a year. Its metal skeleton, cooling pipes, and wooden supports still rest submerged deep beneath the lake's surface. A silent, chilling monument to the desperation of World War II, to audacious vision, to the sheer, raw power of Pykrete, and to the chilling truth. Sometimes the greatest, most ingenious secret weapons are rendered obsolete not by failure, but by the relentless, unforeseen tide of war itself, and the forgotten history that follows.